Put your thinkers on. Welcome to map class, not just any class. Welcome to map class for racist people. Let's get one thing painfully clear real quick. Europe was not originally on top of the maps. Africa is not small. In ancient Egypt, real name Kemet wasn't some mystical riddle that floated out the Mediterranean mist like a damn genie. Nah, what you got taught in school, it was a visual lie, a global gaslight, a trick designed on purpose to make white dominance look natural and to make African brilliance vanish. But today, we flipping it back because long before maps got redrawn to crown Europe, Kemet was already busy measuring time. You know, impressive shit. Building pyramids and teaching the damn stars what time it was. Meanwhile, most of Europe, they were huddled in caves trying not to freeze to death. Oh no! Respectfully. This is geography and history. This is map rehab. First things first, Kemet is the real name of what y'all now call Egypt. And no, it wasn't some European desert Disneyland. Kemet had two parts, Upper Kemet, down south, Lower Kemet, up north. Sounds backwards, right? I know, but it makes perfect sense once you know. The Nile River flows south to north from Ethiopian mountains down to the Mediterranean. So to the people of Kemet, up was south, down was north. They follow nature, not ego. Kemet wasn't some dusty ass place in no man's land.
What is
it
that?
sat at the crossroads of three highways, the Nile River, that's life itself, the Red Sea. It links Arabia and Asia. The Mediterranean was a doorway to Europe. They weren't isolated, they were plugged the fuck in. Exporting grain, gold, papyrus, perfume, importing tech, ideas, art. This wasn't the end of the world, it was the center. Remember that. South of Kemet, you had Nubia, modern day Sudan. And listen, Kemet and Nubia weren't neighbors, they were blood. Same gods, same river, same melanated magic. Around 700 BCE, Nubian kings like Pia and Taharka didn't invade Egypt. They restored it, brought it back to its soul. These weren't strangers, they were original cousins, just coming home. Now, Aswan, deep southern Kemet. This place was loaded with power. The Nile flooded there, rich soil. They built giant rulers to track the river. Aswan had that red granite for pyramids and obelisks too. Plus, Aswan stayed the supplier into the trade routes, bringing gold, ebony, wisdom up from Africa's heart. In today's term, Aswan was the African wholesaler. Fast forward to 3100 BCE, King Narmer, the first pharaoh, united Upper and Lower Kemet. Boom. Builds the capital city, Memphis. Perfect spot sitting between the two. Memphis, politics, religion, architect, temples to Ptah, tombs at Saqqara, and a place in the center. It was black excellence in full structure. Kemet's government ran from two places. Yes, two places. White House, north. Red House, south. And they weren't just pretty buildings. They ran law, food, economy, order. Red and white, it matches the land itself. North had white limestone. South had red desert. It built a sort of built-in balance. And if White House sounds suspiciously familiar, oh, you're gonna love what I have to say. Stay to the end of the video.
Yeah, boy.
In Kemet, south was up, north was down. Maps face Africa, temples face south. Perspective followed the source. Then Europe took over, flipped the map, now Europe's sitting on top. Africa looks tiny. not geography. This is psychology. Because if you're on top, you look superior. If Africa's small, it feels unimportant. Mind games, not facts. Greek scholars, Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates studied in Egypt, learned math, medicine, and of course, philosophy from African priests. Then ran home, took the knowledge, took the glory, built statues, erased the source. Europe got the genius label. Africa got ghosted. Same playbook ever since. Take it, rename it, act like you made it up. Now, hop to America, city called Memphis, Tennessee, right next to the big ass river, the Mississippi. Sounds familiar? Just like ancient Memphis by the Nile, this name wasn't random. They wanted to attach to greatness, the symbolism, the power. But did they say, oh yeah, we naming it after African greatness? Nah, slap the name on it, stealing intellectual property. Same name, different truth. All right, class. Map class for racist people pop quiz. Why is Europe always at the top of the map? A, God lives there. B, compass says so. C, Europe wanted to feel tall. D, Africa said, go ahead, king. E, white supremacy needed visual proof to sleep at night. Take your time, it's a lot. This counts for 95% of your colonizer GPA. If you pick C or E, congrats, you pass. If you pick D, you trolling, and I see you. If you pick A or B, you just dumb as fuck. Maps don't just tell you where you are, they tell you who's in charge. For centuries, maps have lied on purpose. But now you know, and once you know, you can't go back. Kemet was African. Africa was never small, and maps don't define truth. They distort it. Put your thinkers on. It's Hef, free game. Speaking of free game, join my Discord down below. Don't be stuck and dumb forever. Let's learn and grow together. It's Hef.